What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. I wanted to do a product review today, and it was something that's been sent to me about a week back. I've given it a few trials, and I wanted to give you an unbiased opinion and comparison between this product and some others which I've used in the past and have been using as of recent. So let's get right on to it. And the product is, let me show you two packages here. This is what it arrived in, and it's called Sprint. It is I would classify it in the pre-workout category or intra-workout. It technically just gives energy, and it's listed as a cognitive supplement. So really it just helps wake you up, I suppose. Now its primary ingredient is caffeine, and that's what I'm going to base a lot of these comparisons with. It's also, caffeine is also one of the only proven supplements or stimulants that actually have an effect when it comes to training or just your ability to stay focused. It seems to just be, it's one of the only things that's proven. Most supplements and pre-workouts, they'll have like proprietary blends where they'll call it like active energy matrix, yada yada yada, and then they have, maybe, I don't know, they'll put like 500 milligrams. But you don't know what the hell is in this active matrix something something. This is just something they've proprietized, and you just don't know what those ingredients are. So you could be most likely getting gypped. A lot of times when they do these proprietary blends, it's so those particular organizations or businesses can basically put a lot of filler ingredients to make it look like there's stuff in there, to make the scoop bigger when you're actually taking it, so you're actually taking more grams per serving. But really they're just giving you a lot of filler, a lot of garbage with a pinch of caffeine and some other stuff that's actually effective. So for the most part, you're paying and giving them huge margins because they're just giving you filler, so that they're making pretty good buck on the product itself. But you're just paying for a placebo effect because you're getting the caffeine, that's giving you the actual, you're actually feeling an effect of that, but then you have a placebo thinking, well, all these other things are actually doing something for me when they're not. So this product here, and I'll put the ingredients on the screen, they're extremely transparent with what they've got in it. I don't want to go through that stuff with you right now. I'll put it on the screen, link in the description below to their website, and it lists all their products on there as well. No proprietary blends. It's pretty straightforward. So I've actually done a video in the past where I talked about pre-workouts, and I mentioned that I was building my own pre-workout. And I kind of stopped doing that, mostly because it was just like so much work having to weigh everything out. Basically what I would do is take these packages here, and I have a lot of different packages and some larger ones. I would basically just take those all, put them into like a little tiny shaker thing that I had, and then I'd use that as my pre-workout. It included, I don't want to get too far into it, but it included this here, which is synthetic caffeine, which is just a powder form caffeine, straight up stuff. And it also included creatine, citrulline malate, beta-alanine, and some other stuff. If you want to check out that video, please click the video on the screen here, the annotation, or check the link in the description below for more information on how to build your own pre-workout. But for this particular video, I wanted to do a review of this Sprint product. So I've tried this in a few different scenarios. One, I've tried it on its own as recommended, just with water. I only took one pill, which is the recommended dosage. That gives me 100 milligrams of caffeine from that one pill. So they basically took powdered caffeine along with some other ingredients which they've listed, and they've put it into pill form. So that doesn't quite give me enough and what I'm used to for a pre-workout, but I did want to give it that one trial. And I did notice somewhat of an improvement in focus when it came to just taking that one pill. Now what I like to do, and here's an example of what you could do, just straight up coffee. So you just have a regular coffee pre-workout, and what I did was take my coffee, which I like to take every morning when I start work, and if you give me a second here. So I take my coffee, and then I actually tried it with one of the Sprint pills, which roughly brought up my caffeine intake to around 250 milligrams or so, and that's the goal range for me in a pre-workout. And I have to say, like, I don't know if it's because the product is called Sprint, but I felt like dropping the weights from my workout and just taking off down the street. So, I definitely had high energy, and I was actually pretty surprised by that. It was one of those scenarios where you're just kind of like, you're bouncing, you're like, wow, man, I just gotta lift something, I just gotta lift something. So a lot of my rest times between my sets was a lot smaller, because I wanted to get back at the weight. I wanted to keep moving. I wanted to, I had tons of energy. So I found it to be extremely effective. So in my comparison, I tried the Sprint pill with coffee, and I felt amazing. I actually felt better than when I use something like this, which is just basically an energy drink. This is actually a pretty popular one when it comes to powerlifting, bodybuilding, and a lot of athletes tend to lean towards White Monster, and especially any Monster that's zero sugar. See, it says zero sugar, but there's a lot of other crap in it that sort of makes up for that. But what I'm really interested here is the caffeine, because that's what we're comparing with, apples to apples. So there's 137 milligrams of caffeine in this particular can here, and this can costs about $2.50 for me. So first of all, the cost for that serving is a little bit high. There are some other things in there, but for the most part, you're paying for the brand, packaging, and just that taste of the Monster energy drink or whatever energy drink you're taking. So you're mostly paying for that stuff. When looking at a product like Sprint, you get, I believe it's 30 servings in one of their bottles, and that costs around $35. So you're paying considerably less per serving than you would with an energy drink or anything of that nature, just based on the ingredients alone that you're getting out of it. So, I would recommend more going towards something like this, that's just a little bit more simple, very straightforward ingredients, and you kind of know what you're getting, unless you just like the flavor of energy drinks. But this is probably better off for you in terms of just price for what you're getting and what you're actually going to get out of it, like the bang for your buck. So I wanted to compare it with that, and finally I wanted to compare it with something like a pre or intra workout. So this is a BCAA product. It's primarily used as an intra workout, but it actually does have caffeine in it as well. And I'm looking here, and we have caffeine from green tea and green tea extract, 160 milligrams. So it is comparable with one of these as well, and again, it just comes down to personal preference and taste and price per serving. So I would recommend trying this product, and I'm going to go beyond that. And the company actually sent me a couple little samples, and I don't think they instructed me to do anything like this, but I'd like to give them away just because that's what I do here. So here is the sample package of Sprint, all the ingredients listed on the back. I'd like to give this away and send it to one of you that are watching this video right now. So here's actually what the pills look like, just so you can get a sense of it. If you're not a pill person, then you probably won't like this. Obviously, you'd prefer to take it in powder form or through a drink, but pills are great because they're quick absorbing and you hardly even notice you took it. So I mean, you could just pop it, it's gone, it's done, and you'll feel the effects. You don't have to worry about like taking powders and the powders ruin the flavor of whatever you're drinking. Like, it's very straightforward with a pill. So I'd like to send this to one of you, and I will send it anywhere in the world. As usual, when I send stuff, I like to send it anywhere. When companies send stuff, usually it's only the States or this or that, but no, anywhere in the world, I will send this to you. It's also pretty small, so it'll be easy. What I'd like you to do is comment down below. Firstly, do you take caffeine as a pre-workout or an intra-workout to get energized, to get focused? Do you take caffeine? This product lists that it actually is good for students, exams, things like that. I could see that, especially in the small dosage that comes with a single serving. So do you take caffeine? Second of all, if you were to receive Sprint, this product, what would you use it for? Would you use it for, just as the product suggests, running, sprinting, jogging, biking, rollerblading, skateboarding, hiking, swimming? Are you going to lift some shit? You're going to lift some weights? Let me know. Comment down below. That's number 2. Number 1 again, do you take caffeine? Number 2, what will you take this doing, or what activity will you do? That's pretty much all I wanted to know. That's the review I wanted to give on this product and just give you some comparisons, apples to apples. I think it's a great product, especially for the price, and you know what? I'm going to put their link in the description below if you want to have a look at that. I will also show you some commentary, some training footage with some commentary of me using the product, just so you can see, and I hope you enjoy that. It won't be too long, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take it easy. So I'm going to keep this pretty short, as I mentioned, just because this review got pretty long on its own. This is just my benching from this particular day, and I'm still on the Texas Method programming, and this was just that benching from that particular session. So I kept the rest intervals very, very short, as I mentioned earlier, just because I just was so full of energy. Actually, after benching here, I ended up doing power cleans, which was part of the Texas Method programming, and that went pretty well as well. So I'm not going to bother showing you that. I'm going to wait till my form gets a little bit better, because it's my first time doing them, and it looked kind of sketchy, to be honest. So I'll improve that, and then you'll see some power cleans probably in the next session. That's pretty much it. I think I worked up to a heavy single in this video here of, I think it was like 270 or 275. But that was it. That's it for the day. And thank you for watching. Comment down below and participate in the giveaway. See you again next time.